2 times I met Captain Smart, he asked me a very intricate question. He said, why is the North not developing, Jamal? And somebody would think it's a very difficult question because it has no answers. It is because we are just looking at the current political dispensation. Now, current political dispensation, uja, omu yuso omu adwin. Answer no da ho simple. Na answer na meba sa answer no so. And na me fa be wo sa answer no so a yenko finance minister the constituency. Your first constituency no Caraga constituency. Now when you visit Caraga constituency, 99% of the population they are farmers. Omu nyina yenkwafo a omudo maize, millet. But the most one they do is soybean and rice. So you have a finance minister whose constituents are mostly farmers, and the vast lands that are the rice farms are all there, lying fallow. The people can only farm what they can. So majority of the rice that are coming from the northern region, they come from the finance minister's constituency. Now, I have said in the past that politicians, they don't know why they take certain decisions. Somebody will ask me, why do you say that? This is a constituency that is a food basket of the northern region because rice has become our staple. So imagine if a farmer in Caraga harvests his rice and then there's a factory in Caraga that can process the rice, add value to it before the rice even travels to Accra to be exported. You can imagine the amounts of money people will be making in the Caraga constituency. Sesea, yeti hai, ekoya eko Caraga, masa enye kra. It is just recently that the member of parliament, that is the finance minister, Ostatiye Sakwenu. So you look along that particular stretch of the road, it was given on contract before 2016. When this government came, they stopped the contract. It is election year, and the road is under construction. One funny thing that is happening in Caraga, or that has happened in Caraga, the finance minister has gone there to build an astroturf for a predominantly farming community. Omu di astroturf eye. What will a farming community do with an astroturf? They are looking for things that will help them improve their lives before you even think of these luxuries, because to the people of Caraga, an astroturf is a luxury. They don't need it. Look, from the time of Dagbon up to today, Caraga has never produced any footballer. Zuwa dabsinwo teacher mun tete pirge buaguka Captain Smart da abuhama omi da abuhama me zankpa binsha din cheka tudu boble karbu zura beka liagum sembe kanda denne nirbu pam ti har mun kaman dintonye kaman zo bili nyele na lapsala la buhuma bat ka zo bili nyele temane de ansa ku dola polone kan le yete nchang mate pirge finance minister au constituency nzang liagum sima yeto akana haletu northern regional capital tambale ka so kambang besha dinche ka northern region ka tabel liabgara kale tere so kam kadama. If you look at Caraga, the road to Caraga was in bad shape for years, and I must admit it is not Dr. Amin Ante's time that the road got bad. He came to inherit it the way it is, even though it was given on contract. So today, the astroturf is built. As I'm told now, they are constructing stands for the astroturf. Yesterday, because it was Salah, a match was played there. There was a match there. My people were there to take pictures of that and stuff. So maybe in due time, we'll be showing the pictures. Martin Zang, Amphone Shanga Densa Binman, in Zanguia, Kat so comes as Senya Caraga, Bumman Astrotef Masham. Can le boire Caraganama? Astrotef in ye Takai. Astrotef in ye Caraganum Takai. The people of Caraga don't need an astrotef now. Honorable Finance Minister. What they need is an industry to process their rice, add value to their rice, add value to their soybean. Soybeans can be used to produce oil in the first place. It can also be used as animal feed. So imagine if you are able to set up two large factories that can process soybean into oil, and then also use it as animal feed, and extract other things that may also come from soil. In the next 10 years, tell me how that constituency is going to grow. Mr. Finance Minister, you hold the bag that contains Ghana's money. All the money is in your hand. But you found nothing important to do for the people of Caraga but an astrotef. To develop what in Caraga? What is it going to develop? For the road, I give it to you. You have done a marvelous job, or you are doing a marvelous job, because the road is still under construction, Mr. Finance Minister. But respectfully, I believe that some of your projects, you don't even consult the people before you go in to do those projects. You just come and tell them, I'm going to do this for you. But you have to consult, you have to research, you have to ask the people, listen to the people, have a listening ear for them. It is so baffling to see that a part of this country is so underdeveloped. And it all boils down to leadership. Our political leadership, the chieftaincy institution, and any other leadership that is provided in this country has a problem. Now, when you leave Caraga and you come into the northern region, the question is, who is the founder of Ghana? I know every young person knows this. Everybody will say, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Salute to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and whoever took part in the struggle for Ghana's independence. This man had wisdom which passed 1,000 years, because today his ideas are still relevant. His ideas are relevant, yes. There's a National Development Planning Commission that has been set up. Master, we don't need those things. There are blueprints and documents that are collecting dust elsewhere in this country, which were written by Osajifo, His Excellency Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the first Prime Minister and President of this country. Where are those documents? To the extent people from other countries come to pick those documents to develop their countries. Most European countries, I labor, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah da sabe bang shell song onyen leb Ghana sham den kabzan leb gurbeteng bana. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah documents now ochrogu hose we ena edibe develop Ghana ya to atwene na onuna oye visionary. He started this country and he knew where he was taking this country. So even if he's overthrown, his ideas should not be forgotten. Somebody will say, oh, you are eulogizing Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is a great man. And I am not eulogizing him, but he deserves it. He earned it. Today, our leaders, which of them can we eulogize and compare to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah? Which of them? Today, state lands, which were earmarked for development, have all been sold out. And I take you back to my own region. That is the northern region, Tamale, to be precise. Yenko Ohonum. There's a landline. It is called industrial area. It is about 3 miles. If you check the length of that particular land, 3 miles. Because there's a road that runs from Kasajen Runabout, if you know Tamale very well. And from Kasajen Runabout, there was something we call Fishing Corporation established by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So if you want to develop the northern region, just go pick the document and look at what Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wrote about the development of this country, period. You don't need new brains to think. Maybe small modernization, fine. So, the whole of that industrial enclave, the stretch, was earmarked for industrialization of the north. So imagine if every land around that place, including my own area where I live, Nyuane. So there was Fishing Corporation, Food Distribution Corporation was there. Then we have Junior Agro, which was into buying of farm produce and other things. It's there. Then after Junior Agro, we had the textile industry. Yes, this is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's statue that is there, so you can see him. All right, yeah, so you can see the statue of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, this great man, the brain God gave him. And you see, the statue is not located in Ghana. This statue is built elsewhere, eulogizing Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So if a young man, if a young Ghanaian today is eulogizing Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, you don't blame me. And you don't say I am partisan or I am being old school. No. Others have seen what he saw and they are using it to develop themselves. Where is your developmental plan? You have set up a Ghana National Development Planning Commission or something. And every day people in there, they are paid money to do the job Kwame Nkrumah did. Kwame Nkrumah has done that job already. So we don't need a National Planning Development Committee or Commission. Its existence is useless. It has overlived. Look, nobody needs it. Frankly. So apart from Fishing Corporation, there was a textile industry what factory Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was constructing. So when you check that particular enclave, now it is taken over by mechanics, motor mechanics, car mechanics, and other things. And even filling stations and churches have all come to buy plots from that particular place. It has been developed. Just ahead of that, before you get to Lamashegu Runabout, there was what we call rice mill, also there to process rice and bag it, package it, add value to it before it could be exported or even given to Ghanaians to eat. All those industries Dr. Kwame Nkrumah envisioned and took that land and started building. All the industries have collapsed today. So if I tell you the northern region is not developing because we have left what was supposed to develop the northern region. We have left it. That document Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wrote about the development of Ghana comprehensively. Now go check. Cotton in the northern region. People could farm cotton and harvest and even leave some because they've achieved their target and their profits. They leave some at the farms. They weigh the cotton and the amount the person is going to get. I mean, it's crazy. So he says, okay, the rest of it, if we even go to the farm, we are wasting our time on it. So let's leave them. Maize, the same thing. I mean, rice just came in. Talk about yam and other things, and government touted itself, one district, one factory. And then you go and see, and it's a rice milling machine that they've put there, and they call it a factory. You go somewhere to a motor assembly plant, then they write on it, one district, one factory. These are not the factories Dr. Kwame Nkrumah envisioned. And even if you want to depart from it, at least use that idea and tweak it a little bit. That's just all. So today, the northern region would have been a place where other young people from the south would have also loved to move to. So you see how national integration would have taken place. This south would have ensured national cohesion. Ghana would have been a place loved by the world. Everybody would have loved to come here. Because you have people crisscrossing just like in Europe. You can live in Germany and go work in a country that is close by Germany. So when you close from work, a train network, you just pick a train from Tamale and you are going to Kumasi to sleep. And the next morning you go back. But we have not thought about this. Our politicians, what they are interested in is stealing from the kitty, the public kitty. And then they go hide it somewhere. And after their demise, nobody is able to use the money, even from their own families. So let's go back to the northern region. Tilab Natamal. Ni yele to Ashelma Zasa. Ni yele to Alzayenga. Bagubara ne bo encheka northern region belebgra. Kati ya northern region ne belebgra ma da ba yishele. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah da South Banche son tizan lebgu northern region. Mun kambe tambale. Ai zan kasajen runabout halna nintin yalla ma shahran about. Tun Banche dun duya ma za Dr. Kwame Nkrumah da yele son. Nos ans les industries, nos ans les factories nama. Diyen cheka tem producer be sha tem kork par be shanga gumle da biye de pune shinkafa da biye de pune hale banda gbar zama biela biela bu bara biye because yape mo hal ngonem di zara biye to pa bu pe area ma di zasa da paya. Zuon after the overthrow of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah katekpo o ideas ma za malison kachantizang idea shanga dembe sontena zuwa dene na hadete ma o enyine ne mane te voter la voter shel den kane man yurza ala kaza pam inyindri nyo nda din ne kobe onim polo viel pam munu wa aka bara he is colored and he's looking nice, so that is the person I want to vote for. Elections are not done like that. You vote based on your development. There's a road that leads you to Caraga. I think portions of the road have not been fixed yet. So if you look at the road there, it has not been fixed. So you can see portions of that particular road that has not been done, and then there are portions that are done. So you see it. In Benitunya, in Benitunya, Caraga Palema. Then come Mazoma. This is what Tony. So what absolument to board la niveau so yen and Tizan Ghana. Kayel young Pola Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ideal and lapse nakar le Ghana developmental agenda. But we have not gotten such a leader who would say, look, to hell with all the things we are doing. Let's bring back what Dr. Kwame Nkrumah envisioned or envisaged for the development of this country. And the North was an integral part of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's developmental plan. Because he knew that with time, Accra was going to be congested, Kumasi was going to be congested. So the northern region, look at Rosewood for example. Rosewood for an example. It can be found in the northern parts and parts of the northern part of Volta region. Today, a log of Rosewood, go and check the price. So during Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's time, there was a ban on logging of rosewood because he knew that one day a log of rosewood, what it is going to mean to the world or to this country, how it is going to improve our country. But here, Yetihonum and a Chinese for go to the northern region and see. They are in the bushes cutting rosewood left, right, center. And they have even employed the locals to cut our rosewood for them at a peanut price. So it's not only the northern region that is not developing. Because if the northern region was developed, I believe Accra would have been more developed than the northern region. So even those in Accra, you think, oh, Accra is developed, Accra is developed. There are certain areas when you go there and see the roads. I was driving with Captain Smart one day, and we got to some area like that. I mean, I don't know the names of the areas. And I was asking, is that Accra? And I said, yes, this is Accra. The road was so bad to the extent I was asking myself, how can the capital be like this? Yet somebody will sit somewhere and say, oh, we are developed. I am telling you, we are all still living in the same cottage until we change our thinking and put the foot of our leaders under the fire of what? Accountability. You have no idea how to run a country. Some of yourself, even running a family is a problem for you. Then you present yourself to be elected for, to be voted for. So you see a politician go to a constituency which doesn't need an AstroTurf, and he goes to construct an AstroTurf there. But when it comes to setting up an education fund, he goes back to Tamale Central and says, this is where I come from. I am setting up an education trust fund for the people of Tamale Central. Does that connect? Does that connect? When nung bin shakarinya bin welding ben nung ting manum amfani shele. Onzama te nung ti o constituency nima. Ama di ti nyela kaman bin shadi yen nirbu zo sa ka bia guti toni. Ko yeno la Tamale Central na noten nang le. Ka kana tekpa education trust funds anti Tamale Central nima. This okay rata harma. That is why you people were shouting at the top of your voice. But does it change anything? Onukra, he has seen that you people, you are mostly farmers. What do you need education for? So he doesn't even have to put his money into your education setup or anything. He has to allow you to run. Just go to the AstroTurf in the evening and laugh over some funny things at the park, and then you forget about your sorrows, and when you go home, you can eat some cheesette and sleep. A whole constituency belonging to the finance minister. I'm coming back to Caraga. I'm not done yet. Last year, 2023, the girls' dormitory of Caraga Senior High School caught fire and got burnt to ashes completely. From the roof to the last place. You know why? People will say, oh, you are lingering so much on this fire service story and fire service. Yes. Every person that is going to invest in any constituency or any location looks at the safety of his equipment. Safety. The proximity to a police post where if there is anything they can call in the police, and within the twinkle of an eye the police will be there to rescue them. That is one. Two, you will need a fire station that is working currently, a working fire station, where if any of the equipments catch fire, the fire service is just a call away from that particular place to come and rescue their machines. The finance minister's constituency, it has no fire service station. So who will want to go and invest in Caraga with his huge sums of money? Where enoye kwasiafo sebi a odi ni sika eko invest wo Caraga ebra onim se ehonum hwe. I went to Caraga in 2018, and I'm telling you, there were only 8 police officers in Caraga. Only 8, manning a whole district and a constituency. 8 police officers. That included the district police commander and his bodyguard and driver. So there were only 5 police officers who were policing the whole of the Caraga district, including the constituency. I have been reliably informed that the situation about policing has improved because there are more personnel that have been posted to Caraga. Yes, the problems are numerous. Somebody will tell me, hey, and the problems are too many, and the finance minister cannot fix everything in a day. I am not saying he should fix it in a day, but he has 4 years. And within the 4 years, what has he done about industrializing Caraga? Creating jobs for the youth of Caraga, even for the youth of the northern region. Because if most of the people in Caraga are not educated enough to even work in a factory, there are other young people who are graduating from universities who can work in Caraga. So sometimes you try to make sense of some of the things our politicians do, and you have no idea what they are trying to achieve. Because they have taken the people so cheaply They have seen that their people have been deprived of education. They are not educated. So the slightest thing you do and tell them that, look, this is good for you, they immediately believe that that is good for them. Because there is nobody in Caraga today, you will tell me that the AstroTurf is not good for them, that they will agree to you. They will not agree. But tell me, the AstroTurf, for how many people is it creating jobs for? AstroTurf na ewo Caraga no. Nipa ahi ena omutumi ye adwuma wo honum. When they play a football match and they are done, they are done. The AstroTurf is lying there. Nobody works on it. Nobody's employed on an AstroTurf to do what? Mr. Finance Minister. So those little things, those peanuts you drop to the people and ask them to believe in you. There are some of us who don't believe in the things you are doing. Respectfully. We will tell you to your face. You may be a very excellent communicator. You may be a very strong politician. You have been established. You hold a sensitive position in government today that no Dagomba has ever held. Nobody from the northern region has ever been finance minister except you. But go check your constituents whether they need an AstroTurf or not. And whether that is why you should have given them. That money should have been used in starting a factory that will process their rice and add value to it.